Jr.
And possibly a few others. I think that's going to be a very low-key event, which is awesome because I need that little break.
This is going to be huge for me because this is going to be me going off and being able to relive my childhood in a lot of ways. I don't know if I'm going to be able to... I don't even know if I'm going to have the money to go off and get autographs for everyone. I know in particular I definitely want to get Bobby Heenan's. I'm definitely going to want to get Ricky Steamboat's. And if I could get Arn Anderson's, that would be great.
And I will be in the crowd handing out business cards and talking a lot about what we do. Because, everything is awesome. And the weekend after, I think is going to be an epic weekend that is absolutely going to knock my socks off. Literally, I will probably not want to walk again afterwards. And that is actually the Icon Winterfest, which is something I've never really taken part in, but I figure we've both decided with us having a huge part in FanQuest, running our own table, and that this is basically a promotional spin cycle. Every con that is coming to Winnipeg, we are being part of one way or another, and attending and body slamming people and throwing our business cards at them.
I will be at all possible when I am able to make appearances at these conventions. I'm going to at least strive a bit to be quote unquote in character wearing our old school Captain Fizz the Mask Guy shirt along with some sort of mask. Who knows? Maybe Legends of Wrestling I'll be able to find a mask of my own. I don't really know. Or at least find someone local who might be able to help me come up with a design. But yeah, I mean, it is going to be big plans. I gotta tell you, in Legends of Wrestling, I plan to get a picture of me with the original grappler, and I'm going to have my mask on, and he can make fun of me all he wants. But I mean, I'm looking forward to this. Acon, that should be interesting for people who don't know what that is. That's kind of like an anime convention here in, Manitoba. My wife will not stop talking about Sailor Moon. I don't know how I feel about that.
Sailor Moon's awesome. I love the whole concept of the different types of cons in the city. Like you got KeyCon that actually did their little mini KeyCon earlier in the year that I was I went down and took part in one way or another. And then you got the second event for Icon. So this is actually I want to call it the mini event for Icon, which is really, really scary because this is not mini. They're doing everything. They have this escape house of Attack on Titan, which my buddy and I from work have actually already decided that we are going to be part of, that we are going to pay whatever they ask. Pretty much it's shut up and take my money, and we are going to go do this event. This is pretty much another event I'm geeking out on, which is scary because I have already beat and exhausted from Horrorcon. And you got this event coming up on Saturday, another event the weekend after. We're pretty much almost booked every single weekend leading up to FanQuest. This is absolutely insane. Not to mention everything we're doing to get ourselves ready for FanQuest, plus our our weekly shows. This is going to be an epic year. We are going to ram our names down everybody's throats. We are, at last count, less than 50 listeners away from 3,000 listeners.
Wow, thank you guys. That is news to me, and that's absolutely epic.
I have literally been following this every single day. I sit in there. I am going blind. I'm going crazy. I am...
I think you need to stop hanging out with the monkeys so much.
The monkeys are keeping me sane. I actually just got invited to a brand new group on Twitter, which is actually a local group, so definitely going to be a lot more promoting locally, especially with us going to all these local events. And this all started by me tweeting about HorrorCon. And so, this is awesome. I've also started putting a lot of our pictures on Instagram. I am back on Instagram. I'm trying to be a little bit more vocal, so to speak, for Instagram. This is like a social media blitz. So basically, you can follow me on Instagram CAPT_FIZZ. So Captain_Fizz. You'll find me there. I am awesome. Lots of pictures. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet all I got.
That's all, folks. Yeah, I don't know. You kind of talk most of the show.
I'm okay with that.
That's
I am
all right, then.
so out of breath. This was an awesome weekend. I am
was.
so glad that I was able to take part in Horrorcon. The clowns are creepy.
The clowns are creepy. I just, quick shout out. I have my own Facebook page, which I'm not really doing a whole lot with. But you can search me up as That Mask Guy. I was watching Elimination Chamber with Big Mike last night. And I went off and I kind of did a run-through of the whole show. Put a few comments in there. Thanks to everyone who actually went off and noticed, who went off and saw the comments. And all 4 of you, I suppose, out there. But it was...
Captain Fizz was following after the fact.
After the fact. But, I mean, it just trying to... We're trying to go off and build a brand. We are trying to get more guests on. If you are in the EFED world, you may have noticed that our official Twitter went off and sent out a message asking anybody if they wanted, within the EFED world, if they wanted to come on our show. We haven't had any responses on that yet, so I haven't given up. I may go off and resend that message.
We need to harass Weem, get him to phone into the show and be a guest. I think he'd be an awesome on-air talker in one form or another.
He and I had this conversation, and kind of laughing. He's got a bit of a southern drawl to him.
You know what?
He goes off. He compares himself, his voice. He says he sounds a little bit like Terry Bam Bam Gordy, except his voice is kind of a higher pitch.
Well, you know what?
I want to go up. I want to talk to him even more now.
We're no stranger to the Southern drawl on this show. We've had ones from Alabama on here, which was awesome. That was Slim. We've had from Montana. So we've had a lot of American, Southern drawls on our show. I love them. They're awesome, which brings out my personality a little bit more, which is even more scary. But so thank you all for listening. Thank you for being one of the soon-to-be 3,000 listeners.
3,000!
And to Weem, you have to be on the show. To Lazy Nerd, I hope you're enjoying your vacation. Can't wait till you're back. You got to be on our show at some point as well, especially with the lead up to FanQuest. It's going to be huge for all of us.
Shout outs. I'm going to shout out to Kevin from Lions Road. Dude, I'm going to continue harassing you to get you to come on here.
Kevin, you have to be on the show.
Kevin, you have to be on here. Amy, my dear Maya, if you're listening, girl, I'd love to have you on. We had so much fun reminiscing on your podcast, The Final Deletion. I'd love to come back and be on there again, and I'd really love to have you come on, and join us sometime. I mean, so kind of ton of shout-outs today.
Absolutely. Shout-outs are huge. So we're going to do a little segment for social media, because social media is pretty much everything we do. All our pictures, all our updates about cons, everything that's going on in here, Winnipeg, and that we are involved in is literally going to be on our Facebook page as well as on our website. Especially, I'm going to be updating a brand new list today for all the conventions coming up here in the city of Winnipeg. And so it gives everybody a little idea of how to spread their time and how exhausted Captain Fizz and That Mask Guy are going to be by the end of the year. We are probably never going to want to see a con again. And unfortunately, as soon as the new year comes around, it's going to be con season again.
It's kind of weird because, it doesn't really feel like there's an off season here.
There is no off season, and I'm starting to realize it. Literally, this is going to be 3 straight
weeks. Yeah.
3 straight weeks for me in May is another 3 straight weeks with KeyCon, FanQuest, and then the Manitoba Comic Convention. I got a wedding to attend in the middle there as well. So literally I will be hopping mad. I'm probably going to be living off of coffee, energy drinks, and I don't know, bacon. Can't forget the bacon.
Can't forget bacon.
So you can follow myself on Twitter. So at real CAPT Fizz. So at real Captain Fizz.
Follow this local fellow at that mask guy. Follow the show at FizzMash Show. You can again follow us on Facebook. Search Captain Fizz and the Mask Guy, and you can go to our website, www.fizzmashshow.com. It feels epic to be able to go off and to do that again.
That is a journey that I absolutely, I'm glad we're back on. We had a website before. This is a brand new feeling, a brand new look. On the bottom of the page, you will have 2 links. One is actually to the Facebook page. The other one is to the main show's Twitter. There's going to be a few more tweaking. I believe my Instagram may or may not be added on there as well. Haven't fully decided.
There's
going to be pictures from every con. There's going to be the schedule of every con in on the city. We're going to be updating and putting our merchandise on there. Literally everything you can think of will be on this website for all of you to love, to enjoy.
And if I remember correctly, you've actually set something up so that you can actually get notifications through your email.
Absolutely. You just subscribe. I was testing it today. I got to kind of. I think maybe because my email is set up to it already that I didn't get the notification, so I will do a little bit more tweaking. And figure out what's going on there. But you can actually put your email in there, subscribe, and every time something's updated to the website, you will be notified on it. So 24-hour, 7 days a week, updates on going to be one of the best websites for by far one of the best Winnipeg-based podcasts. And we are definitely going to be the most active. Because every con in the city, we will be one shape or another. We will be attending. We will be there. We'll be front and center, meeting, greeting, talking. I'll be dressing up in pretty much every single convention. FanQuest, I am actually going as Harley Quinn at least one of the days. The other day, I haven't quite decided yet, but I might go as one of the guys from Boondock Saints. There's a few of us who are talking about doing a mutual cosplay, all of us dressing up as one of the guys from Boondock Saints. So that's going to be a big thing right there.
And I am going to probably cosplay as a dad with a 3-year-old.
That is the best cosplay ever. So yes, check out the website, www.fizzmashshow.com. The Facebook is on there. Twitter is on there. The pictures will be there. It is going to be epic. And that's pretty much it. Like, I think this was a very exciting filled show.
Well, you were very exciting.
I really, I'm exhausted. I am tired. But absolutely, I am so happy for what's coming.
You are so still on that buzz, sir.
I am on that buzz.
So eventually you're going to crash, but it may not come anytime soon.
So much more work to do. So thank you all for listening. Thank you once again for always following along and listening. Helping us move closer and closer to that 3,000. And, definitely we hope that you are going to follow us on the journey to all these cons leading up to FanQuest. It is going to be awesome, and we're going to enjoy the journey, so you guys enjoy our journey. So that's it.
That's it. So in the meantime, and in between time, good night, God bless, and may the force be with you.
And as always, stay frosty, my people. Good night.